The SIG Sauer 1911. This is going to be a fun review to do. I'm sorry it's going to cost you some money though, because at the end of this video I really think there's a good portion of you that are going to want to purchase this firearm. You know, I talk highly about a lot of my firearms, but this one I am going to talk extremely highly about. This firearm, I wish SIG made automobiles. I'd love to go onto a showroom floor and say, hey, do you got a convertible SIG on hand? I mean, boy, the fit and finish. Shooting this firearm is a pleasure. I did shoot it. Look at my videos. Happiness is a warm gun. Beatles song. John Lennon sang it. Happiness is a warm gun. It was either in part 1 or part 2, and I shot at 7 yards with this exact firearm at 1-inch groups. Oh, what a pleasure this is to shoot. What I'm going to do here in the beginning of this review, this tabletop review, is just zoom in on the gun, give you some angles of it, then I'm going to sit down and slowly and methodically talk about it, because I'm going to take my time with this one. This really is a special firearm. Probably one of the nicest firearms on the market today. It is one of the nicest firearms you can purchase. Highest quality, most accurate, fit and finish, everything about it is just absolutely awesome. So right now, like I said, I'm going to zoom in on it. Let's get this high def here. This is in 1080p. Okay, 100-year anniversary. Here we are in 2011. This was recently produced by SIG Sauer, and I'm going to discuss all the different things we're looking at here closely, because there's a lot to talk about. Okay, I'm just going to really take my time with this review because it's just too special of a firearm. And you look at it and then you think of the topics we should discuss here in a moment. Okay, that's this side here. Now, even look at this. Look at the screw. That's not your normal screw, is it? That's no Phillips head. Everything about this gun. Oh. Now I'm going to pause and show you the other side, and then ultimately I'm going to pause. I'm going to fade way out and sit down, hold up my hands, and tell you my impression of it. Let's look at the other side. Okay. I'm just going to zoom in on it. Let's look at the grips. The checkering. Beaver tail. Safety on the handle. Just amazing. I'm really going to talk a lot about this gun. It happens to be the gun I actually shoot the best. I don't know why. 1911s I shoot the best. This 1911, I thought I shot the Kimber the best, and I've been shooting this one. I gotta rank this as the best gun as far as accuracy for me personally. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more view of it. Here's looking at the back side. You can see the checkering. We could zoom in on that. The craftsmanship. And there's your sights. Now I'm going to pan out, and we're really going to discuss this gun in detail. It's really worth the time to watch this whole entire video. Alright, now here's the fun portion of this video. We are going to really get into detail on the SIG Sauer 1911. And by the way, you'll notice I am wearing a Swiss watch. This is a Breitling Bentley model. Why am I wearing a Swiss watch? Because most of you think SIG Sauer is a German company. Well, you're kind of right. And I'm going to ask those of you who have not watched my video called SIG Sauer, the Story, to go watch it. Because the SIG portion of SIG goes back to Switzerland. And it's pretty interesting. So go watch that video if you haven't seen it. Let's get into this beautiful firearm. I gotta tell you, in my opinion, this is the bomb. Now let's get into details. I have Mrs. Straight Shooter, which her new name now is Mrs. Sweet Shooter. And as she is behind the camera, shooting some video right now. Let's look at the trigger first. Let's talk about the trigger. Zoom in there, okay? You notice that it's extended, which I like. It is a special trigger because it is match grade along with the barrel and the hammer. Let's show the action on this safety check gun. Okay, let's show the action on the trigger. Zoom in very close there, please, on my index finger on that trigger. Now you see how that little movement is there? That's nice. Just a little bit, and then pow! Now, the catalog says this is 5 pounds. In my opinion, it's less. I'm going to do that again. See that? See that little movement on that extended trigger? Pow! Take a look at the inside of the trigger. Can you see that, Miss Sweet Shooter? It's got the screw there, which gives you the ability to adjust it because it is a match grade trigger. I'm not messing with it. I think it's perfect out of the box. Let's talk about some safety features. How about this right here? Extended grip safety. Sig Sauer does everything perfect on this gun. You hold it, you know what a safety is on the grip. It just feels perfect in your hand. We've got the traditional safety for a 1911, right? So there it's locked. Now, the other side, just to let you know, if you're a lefty, does not have that safety. Another safety feature on this gun is you see how the hammer is all the way back? Oh, I just love pulling the trigger. Let me show you this. You can carry this gun. See, watch, I'm going to pull the hammer just a little bit back and see how it sits there? So you can carry this gun with a bullet in the chamber, and now this safety, it won't lock. So if you have to use the gun for a concealment purpose to save your life, all you have to do is just barely go like that, and then bang. I'm going to try to go through every single feature on this Sig Sauer 1911, fully stainless steel. It does not have a flared ejection port. Let me show you that. But you know what? I shot this gun. Like I said, if you go to my videos, Happiness is a Warm Gun, you can see me shoot this at 1-inch groups at 7 yards. What else can I tell you here? Firing pin safety. There's another safety point. Meaning that if it's fully loaded and you drop it, it's not going to go off. That's a good thing. Now the serrations on the gun, let's discuss this. Zoom in on that, Mrs. Sweet Shooter. Very nice. They're not straight up and down like old school, but they're more modern, which is fine. But what I do like is you look at the front of the gun, there are no serrations. And that's old school. And let me show you a comparison here. I'm going to lay this down for a moment and show you a brand new, beautiful Colt produced a month ago in 2011. We'll do a review on this next. But you notice the serrations are also in the front and the back. This is more new schooled. Okay? This is called the Colt Railgun. I have a short video on it, but we're going to do an in-depth review on this. I like these tabletop reviews because I really do like giving you information. The next feature on this beautiful firearm I really want to talk about is something that you might think is really minute and minor. I think it's huge. Look at the slide, and can you tell me what I'm talking about? What I'm talking about here is this. You see that little milling, that line? I like that. I have a lot of attention to detail. Sig Sauer, the engineers, The ergonomics on this gun, they didn't let go, meaning that their previous lines of Sig Sauer and their existing lines of Sig Sauer have this beveled line in there. I'll show you what I mean for an example. Here is a beautiful, beautiful 1911, brand new, built in 2011, a Colt. I mean, come on, this is gorgeous. But you see what I'm saying? It does not have that beveled line. It's because it's not a Sig Sauer. And that's, let me show you the gun again. That's what I'm trying to say is the ergonomics on the Sig Sauer is second to none. The attention to detail, they really thought about this. They really wanted to make sure that this fit within all of their other lines, the P238s. Here's another example. Here's a Mosquito. You see what I'm talking about? That line, that beveled line. You know it's a Sig when it has the ergonomics, which I'm talking about now. The attention to detail. Just beautiful, beautiful milling and craftsmanship. Let me show you the gun again, and then we'll go on to the next topic. Something that simple, it excites me. Now, what else can I tell you about the gun? How about the fact that the sights, these are called Novak sights, and if you can zoom in please on this sight and the front sight somehow. I know it's a little difficult, but we'll hopefully get it on camera and video for you. Sig Sauer calls this their Novak sights, and they're good for a good 12 years. They glow in the dark 24/7, and they are super, super high quality. Sig does not put out products that are low quality. This is as good as it gets. Like I said earlier, it's got a match grade barrel. It's got a match grade hammer, which is also serrated there. You can get a good grip on it. Okay. See that? Hammer. Love pulling the trigger. And the checkering on the gun is also really nice. Let's take a look at the front strap. And it's got 25 lines per inch. Take a nice look at that. It feels really good in your hands. If your hands get sweaty, no issues. It's not going to slip. Take a look at the back. 20 lines per inch here. See that? Now, the wood grips, zoom in very close on these beautiful wood grips. The wood grips are checkered. A lot of guys or gals that buy this gun, they might say, I want to change the grips to different 1911 grips, and that's your opinion, that's fine. I love these grips the way it comes stock. I even love, you know, down to detail, the screws. That's nice. It's really flush. Extended magazine release. You don't have to buy that aftermarket. See the magazine release comes right out. Steel mag, beautiful. 8+1 rounds. I have my ballast all on this. Just clicks right in there, drops right out. Let me do that again. But look at that. Pretty nice. You can switch your magazines very quickly. The beaver tail is nice and long, and it fits your hand perfectly. Even this safety here is extended. The thumb safety, let me show you again. I showed you earlier. Put it up, it's extended. So that way, if you want to carry this gun with a round in the chamber, just like this, okay? And you have to protect your life or somebody else's life, that safety is extended out. It's not something you're going to have to go feeling for. It's just like that, bang. It's important. All these little details that Sig put into this gun is just second to none. I mentioned that the hammer is notched. You can also buy this firearm with a rail. I like it without the rail. It's up to you. And it's got all traditional 1911 parts. I broke this down to the bone, and it's just the quality and the fit and the finish is absolutely perfect. They just kept it right to what John Moses Browning designed in 1911, and they just used upgraded material. Talking about materials, you think Sig Sauer uses the best materials possible? Let's talk about the steel on this gun. And it is very, very, very special. What they do is they do what's called, they glass blast the steel. They use powdered glass, and what they do is they put a finish on this firearm to make it look like paint. Really special. Really special. You just have to see it with your own eyes and hold it and feel the craftsmanship on this. As a matter of fact, one thing I forgot to mention is the slide on this, and look at this. Okay, look how nice. Look at that. It is just like, that's like smooth as silk. Spring's not too tight, not too loose. Perfect trigger. Bang. But remember what I said about that finish. It looks like paint because it is glass blasted. Very cool. Very cool. Weapons education on YouTube. Don't forget, if you're going to buy a gun like this, or any gun, send me a private message. I'll make sure you get the best price on it. Let's go on to some more things. Some more stats on this gun are, it is got a trigger pull of 5 pounds like I mentioned. The overall length, 8.7 inches. The overall height, 5.5 inches. The width, 1.4 inches, which I think is fairly thin. It feels light in my hands. I really like it. It feels light. The sight radius from back to front, 6.5 inches, which is nice. The weight is almost 42 ounces. So it's not super light, but you know what? What they did with this gun is they smoothed out everything with the milling. There's no rough edges on it. None. Just look at the front, and it's all smoothed out. It's perfect for concealment, even though it's a heavier gun and it's larger. I conceal this just for the fun of it. I mean, I like switching guns out on a daily basis. Some of my viewers say, well, you know, why don't you just carry one gun and that's it? That's your one gun for concealment every day. I enjoy mix and matching and enjoying my collection. This you can conceal and carry, and I would normally not say that about a full-size 1911. The retail price is $1,100. It's worth every penny. You're not going to pay $1,100 if you send me a private message. I'll make sure you get the best price in America. That's important. Don't pay more than what you have to. My viewers are going to get the best price in America. I owe that to you. What else can I say? I think I covered it all. 45 ACP, Sig Sauer. The name is a powerful name. It's just a perfect gun. And like I said, if you have not seen my video called Sig Sauer the Story, go ahead and watch that video. And if you have not seen my video called Happiness is a Warm Gun, go ahead and watch that video because I shoot this gun. There you have it. Subscribers, please tell a friend. And if you are not a subscriber, I respectfully ask that you do subscribe. I'm putting out 4 to 5 videos per week, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Alright? You see me?